Welcome to Good Morning Keys on Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5.
And good morning, Keys. It is Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the talk of the Keys. Good morning to you. Another great-looking day in the Keys. Do have a slight chance of rain here today, which actually would be welcomed. We could use some of that. 81 for your high, 75 currently. Tonight, it is 73 for your low, 20% chance of rain. And then tomorrow, 82, 20% chance of rain. Friday, the same thing. Saturday, Sunday, just a slight chance of showers. They're still saying 20% chance of that, and 81 for each day's high. Checking the traffic as well, of course, school zones in effect. Please keep in mind school buses are on the about, and remain alert and aware throughout all of those areas. No major incidents to report as we look up and down US 1. We are going to say good morning to Ed Tierney, Superintendent of Schools, Monroe County School District. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, my friend. How are you?
I am doing very well, thank you. And I want to thank you for how cordial you always are. Anytime I see you in public, even when you're incognito, you always come up and say, I honestly did not recognize you. Great disguise there. But nonetheless, I want to thank you for your courtesy. And of course, I am going to take the opportunity again to thank you for your service to our country. Our thoughts and prayers go out to your fellow service members who are, well, they say about 50,000 troops amassed now in the Middle East and in that operation. So our thoughts and prayers to them as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, indeed. Well, you are now serving as our superintendent of schools for Monroe County School District, and you have put one initiative in place as of late among many, but it's been very well received, the One Team, One Goal initiative, whereby administrators are heading out from the administrative offices back into the field, so to speak, into the facilities, having direct contact, and actually probably a very positive influence over the students themselves, and maybe getting reminded as to why they got into education in the first place as an administrator.
Absolutely. First off, I would really appreciate everybody being so open to it. The teachers and principals who could potentially look at this as additional work, more people coming in the school and them having to help, and then for our building, and it's really everybody, it's disrupting their schedule. They still have full-time jobs, and when I asked them to do this and support the schools, every single person said, happy to help, love to go, thanks for the heads up, I speak Spanish, I can go anywhere. So it's been so remarkably well received that I'm really kind of humbled and so proud to be a part of the organization. We have everybody out twice a week. There's times that our building is empty, the lights are off, every doors are locked because everyone's in school supporting students, supporting teachers, some of them former educators and some never having taught before. But we work through the anxiety with some training and support for people getting ready to go out, and then universally they come back to that building energized and how much they enjoyed it and how much they love working with the kids. And the other thing is just an organizational focus on how difficult a teacher's job is and how important it is in the district office for us to always be recognizing we have to be supporting schools and teachers and students.
Very well. Ed Tierney, Superintendent of Schools, Monroe County Schools, talking about the One Team, One Goal initiative. Again, another successful addition to an already solid foundation in the Monroe County School District, as we have achieved that A+ rated district. And I'm always mentioning we are on the quest to become the number one school district in the country, maybe, why not, but in the state at least. And that is a lofty goal, but I think we've got everything in place to try to achieve that goal as well. And part of what you've also been working on is citizen input and making sure that all stakeholders have a say in our school district and its policy and how it is run. And I commend you for that. You have, you were telling me about 2 advisory committees that have now been formed, one to help steer the budget process, the other for construction. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, I appreciate you mentioning that. Those two, creating a budget for a school district and managing the construction efforts of a school district, are incredibly complex and wide-reaching tasks. And I found that the more people, if we cast our net widely on feedback and opinions, the better product we will produce. So we have advisory boards for both those areas, budget and construction, and our board members, our school board members, each appointed, one for budget, 2 construction, and they've just appointed such impressive people who we've already met with to give us feedback on the budget creation process, to oversee and help us with our construction projects. And it's new programs in each area, but I'm seeing benefits already, and I just think it's going to help us be better both those areas over the coming years.
Very well. So we've had some interaction with Tallahassee as of late, if I can mention that. I know we had the State Board of Education members visiting our district. We had Florida Commissioner of Education visiting as well. You and a contingent from the school board went to Florida Keys Day to make our initiatives and our priorities known. How do you think all of those efforts are being received? Are we being heard on the statewide level? Do we still get the kind of support that we're looking for?
We're well supported in Tallahassee, and from our local representatives, they're just the relationship is so amazingly strong. I feel we're very, very well supported. And we did host the Board of Education meeting here, and it was hosted at Tennessee Williams with our friends and partners at the College of the Florida Keys. And then after that, we went on a tour of Poinciana, and the state board and the commissioner got to walk through those classrooms and see the amazing work being done by the teachers and staff members at Poinciana. And I just thought that Monroe County as a whole represented itself so well to the Board of Education, the commissioner. It was a proud day, and I'm glad we kind of had our best foot forward and represented ourselves.
Yes.
That we did.
Very good. Ed Tierney, Superintendent of Schools, Monroe County School District. We're in your second semester now. You spent a lot of time listening and gathering information, and then hit the ground running with this year, and this year seems to continue to propel us forward and continue the strong positive momentum that we've seen over many years here in the Monroe County School District. And Ed, you came from Palm Beach County School District as well, and also very decorated and accomplished there as Principal of the Year for 2 occasions in your previous educational career. And again, I think that that shows when we see you interacting with the students and interacting in the schools, that you have that base of knowledge and that experience that you've brought to our district. But are there any other issues or maybe aspects of the Monroe County School District that you've stepped into that maybe you didn't expect, or either exceeded expectations, or maybe you feel have more work to be done that you've now seen more clearly since you've been here for a while?
Well, I'd say I came from a high-performing district to a high-performing district, so no great surprises. Other than I'm really impressed with the quality of the teachers we have in Monroe County. I didn't know what to expect. I don't say I'm pleasantly surprised because that sounds disrespectful. I just wasn't sure, who would be teaching here and the quality of the instruction. And I'm so impressed and pleased with the quality of the teachers throughout the Keys. And I think their technical approach to instruction is strong, but the collective community feel, the love of the kids, the love of the community, that's palpable even in the classrooms. And so I guess the thing I'm most pleased to see is how high the quality of teachers are.
Yeah, and we've had luck let's say luck and skill in recruiting quality teachers here. The school board had been working on trying to increase the salary as much as possible. It's never enough given the demands of the job. Yeah. But we do have a fairly low rate of vacancy in the district. It's my understanding anyway, unless you have more to add in that regard. But we do have very dedicated educators in our district, and we continue to attract talent.
Yeah, we're at 0.6 vacancy rate for instructional personnel, so remarkably low. And the team really works year round. Once Labor Day hits, they start working on the next year of hiring. So they're on a Zoom call every Wednesday with prospective teachers down here, and talk about the expense and the living arrangement and some of the challenges to get here. So it's really a 10 or 11 month process, and it's just resulted in a remarkably low vacancy rate and a very, very high quality or high caliber teaching force we have here.
And the school board continues to work on affordability and cost of living issues to try to make it even more attainable for teachers to come here and settle here and raise their families here as well. And then one other question, if I may, Superintendent. So again, are you finding that the reputation of Monroe County schools is a very positive one throughout the state, which does allow us more luck and more success in recruitment, et cetera? I would assume you had heard maybe of the Monroe County School District when you were in West Palm, but are you finding that reputation is what we would hope statewide?
I've been aware of this district and this board for years before I applied, and the school board is known for kind of fiscal discipline and wanting to get the teachers' pay as high as possible. They're known throughout the entire state for that. And then I've had, when I was in Palm Beach County, board members reference some of the work happening at Monroe, instructional kind of tendencies that they were doing that we should look at. So this district has a well-deserved, very good reputation throughout the state, and now having been here for 7 months or so, I certainly see why.
Well, and there's an entire culture of support in our community, I would like to say, that helps create that reputation. And the success is there. Again, one final note, the graduation rate continues to be on the rise, something else that other districts are striving for, as we've been achieving very high graduation rates and even the testing rates.
Well, we doubled the increase of the state. 100% core is nothing to sneeze at, and we're dedicated to improving that again. So we're putting a lot of effort into helping the juniors and seniors in the schools, and our data indicates we may well be able to increase again this year. So that's the hope.
Well, indeed, I think we're well on our way to continued success. Ed Tierney, Superintendent of Schools, Monroe County School District. As we are already in March, we're going to start talking about graduation already for your first full school year here. It's hard to believe how quickly this does pass. But is there anything else, sir, that you'd like to mention at this point?
Well, yeah, it goes amazingly fast, and it is time to talk about graduation even next year. But the only thing is for you and your listeners that the whole district is focused on student success and supporting teachers in schools, and we're out in schools doing everything we can to improve outcomes for all of our kids. Yes,
well, I can see that proof, absolutely. School board meeting next occurring is Marathon High School, March 10th at 5 o'clock. All are invited to participate in that process. End of the third marking period, parents, make sure that your students are getting plenty of sleep and doing their homework. March 12th, that's coming up. So indeed, the end is near for another year. So thank you, sir. Unless there's anything else to add, I think we did cover that. And I certainly appreciate your valuable time here this morning and your service to our country and to our community. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for your time and your support.
Absolutely. As always. Take care, my friend. Talk to you soon.
You too.
Bye now. Ed Tierney, Superintendent of Schools, Monroe County School District, on Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, The Talk of the Keys. A pleasure speaking with him, as always. It is 8:19 now, Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, The Talk of the Keys. We're going to continue in the educational vein here in just a moment. We'll bring in Dr. Gueverra from the College of the Florida Keys in just a moment on Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, The Talk of the Keys.
Key West authentic Irish pub, dining, and rooftop lounge is Celtic Conch Public House, 528 Front Street. The Celtic Conch always features delicious Irish cuisine and tasty pub grub with more than 40 Irish whiskeys, specialty cocktails, and local drafts. Ask about their daily food specials, including kids 12 and under eat free on Wednesdays when ordering from the kids menu with adult purchase of at least $25. Limit 2 children per adult, dine in only. Plus, the best in live entertainment. Monday, Milo plays from 5 to 8, then it's Dean Dunleavy from 8 to 11. Tuesday, it's trivia from 6 to 9, and Corey Hill is live from 6:30 to 9:30. Wednesday features Just George from 8 to 11. Thursday, Milo is back from 4 to 7, and Dave Mittenberg takes over from 8 to 11. Friday, Dean Dunleavy returns from 5 to 8, and then Milo entertains from 8 to 11. Saturday, come back for Dave Mittenberg from 5 to 8, then Just George from 8 to 11. Celtic Conch Public House, 528 Front Street, Key West. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram. Slancha.
This is Ollie North for 4-Star Rentals. 4-Star Rentals is the most complete rental store in the Keys. They can provide rental equipment for every do-it-yourself project from your house to your yard. Bobcats, chippers, chainsaws, and tile saws, you name it, they have it. They also deliver throughout the Keys. That's 4-Star Rentals. Model marker 4.5 on Stock Island. These guys are really good. That's 4-Star Rentals. Go see them soon.
Check us out. What Colonel Ollie North says is absolutely true. We're locally owned and operated. We offer a fleet of delivery trucks for fast all-in-one delivery. 4-Star Rentals is the oldest tool rental and party store in the Florida Keys. We make it easy to get that job done for that party or very special event. We're located at mile marker 4.5 in Key West, or just call us and we'll come to you. 4-Star Rentals, 294-7171. That's 294-7171. Remember, Colonel Ollie North never lies.
In the Florida Keys, there's a name people trust for pool construction and remodels. Isla Pools. For years, residential and commercial property owners from Key Largo to Key West have trusted their team to design, build, remodel, and repair some of the most beautiful pools in the islands. Building a brand new backyard retreat, transforming an aging commercial pool, they bring craftsmanship, experience, and attention to every detail. They're local, they live here year-round, and they know what it takes to build and renovate pools that stand up to the Keys climate while delivering true luxury and long-term durability. From new construction and remodels to repairs, equipment upgrades, and decorative concrete, every detail matters. Your pool should reflect the quality of your property. Isla Pools makes that happen. Call 305-852-3133. Visit their showroom at 86701 Overseas Highway, Suite 103 in Isla Mirada, or online at islamorada.pools.com. Isla Mirada Pools, trusted, local, and built for the Keys.
The voice of Monroe County, yours. This is Good Morning Keys on Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5.
And Good Morning Keys, Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the talk of the Keys. And again, no major incidents to report up and down US 1. That is good news. School buses, school zones are all being enforced, and right away for the school buses being enforced, that is. So please do heed that caution. 75 degrees on our way to 81 as we say good morning to Dr. Gueverra, Dr. G, President and CEO of the College of the Florida Keys. Good morning to you, sir.
Well, good morning to you. I am very grateful to be here this morning. I left Boston yesterday at a balmy 30 degrees or less, or whatever they were, and snow piled up everywhere from the last blizzard they had. So I am grateful to be back.
Well, I hope you maybe had some pamphlets for the College of the Florida Keys that you could just hand out to some of those residents in Boston, and just the pictures alone or directing them to the website should have had some impact given the weather conditions that were there.
Well, sadly, my mind was on other things and not focused on handing out
yes,
pamphlets.
And to that end, our thoughts and prayers to you and your family.
Thank you.
Yes, so indeed, as you work through that together. We have a busy year for you back home here, that's for sure. 60th anniversary of the founding of the College of the Florida Keys. What a gem and what an asset for our community it has been for these 60 years. But let's talk about the Seaside Soiree. You were there virtually, and I was there personally. What a wonderful event it was, the 14th annual Seaside Soiree at the Islander Resort in Isla Mirada. A beautiful facility, a beautiful night to celebrate 60 years of the College of the Florida Keys.
And unfortunately, yes, I was online and I had the background of the Islander behind me.
Yes.
And I probably look like one of those Hemingway lookalikes in a sweater on a hot July day.
Yes.
But we held that event, and thank you for being there. It was a very successful event, and it finished with our silent auction that was held as a part of that celebration. And both the auction and the anniversary efforts are fundraising efforts. And as I said, it was a lot of fun. It was incredible to see the amount of support that was there for the college and for its students. And as a result of that, we had testimonials from two of our students, April and Blaine, and they're both in our nursing program in the Upper Keys Center in Key Largo. And April spoke about her foray into higher education and doing this on the mainland. And she described the difference between what she experienced up on the mainland and CFK as being night and day, especially as it related to the support she needed financially, the scholarships, academically and otherwise. And, academically, we have one of the best nursing programs in the state, if not in the country. And that shows itself in so many ways. Right now, there are about 6 colleges in our system that are on probation for the low pass rate. So what April was saying is very near and dear to us, because we do try our best to make sure that our students are not just learning, but they're earning those certifications. Blaine, on the other hand, He came to college after many stops and starts and trying careers in other areas, including hospitality, but he discovered nursing, and this has become his dream. And I want to thank all who attended, listened to our students, bid on our items, and to remind folks that the anniversary is continuing. We still have a couple of big events. We have the gala in March, which will be on March 27th at East Martello. Mm-hmm. And March is the College of the Florida Keys month in the city of Key West. Mayor Didi Enriquez presented the proclamation in November. But we want folks to come out to see the 60th gala, to attend, buy tickets, buy tables, and help us toast. We'll have our historical exhibit. We'll do live music. Of course, we'll dance, champagne toast to the legacy that we've created here together. There are still tables, 10 sponsorship packages, and of course, everything that we raise will go towards support for the college to continue fueling the workforce well into the future. We've got a couple of sponsors that I need to thank, Essentials Net Solutions and First Horizon, our big sponsors this year. I also, Michael, if I have a moment, want to reach out to our alums from the 60s and 70s. There are quite a few of them around, and those individuals who have been chairs of our boards. And even if they are not with us today, if they are families who know these individuals, please get in touch with us, because we want to honor these individuals at the anniversary celebration.
Okay, well, that would be more than worthwhile. And again, such a celebration it is. 60 years of island living and island learning in the College of the Florida Keys.
There you go.
At the College of the Florida Keys. It's been terrific. Well, we are speaking with Dr. Johnathan Gueverra, President, CEO, College of the Florida Keys. And I was just speaking with Ed Tierney, our Superintendent of Schools. I know you have a lot of strong partnerships with Monroe County School District, and thanks to he and you for continuing that legacy as well. But I was mentioning about the end of the third marking period coming up March 12th. That means also that summer classes will be starting in just a couple of months at the College of the Florida Keys as well. They do start in May, but now is the time to prepare for the summer semester. So let's talk about that, please.
Correct. And in this island where we celebrate endless summer, we will be taking in new students for May, and we ask folks to get their applications in order. Now is the time to be doing that. If you need any sort of guidance, you can contact anyone at the college, but in particular, our manager of recruitment, Marissa Owens, who's literally everywhere, and she can help you with anything from selecting a program to completing the application. And once you get in, you'll be eligible to apply for scholarships, and the scholarships are now open. We have thousands of dollars available to support students in all manner of programs, academic as well as apprenticeships. And if you want to get a copy or look at what those scholarship descriptions are, go to our website, cfk.edu, and go to the link that says Paying for College. The deadline for most scholarships is a couple of days after the gala, which is March 29th. So please get out there and apply. And, when people are applying for scholarships, they need to remember you don't just have to apply for one. You can apply for as many as you might be eligible.
Okay, very good. Dr. Johnathan Gueverra with us, College of the Florida Keys. Let's talk Tugas, please. We often talk about the swim team. Well, we have some standouts this year going to the National Junior College Athletic Association Swimming and Diving Championships in Fort Pierce.
Yeah, and that's in Fort Pierce, so it's a close hop this time around. And we have the lone swimmer, Lucas Montiel de la Nuez, and he left with Coach Bosco yesterday, and he's been working all season to achieve his good times. He had some injuries that he had to work through. And Coach Bosco has been very, very supportive of him and helped him to develop his skill and speed. He started yesterday. They had a banquet, and the first events are this morning. In fact, one is within an hour, the 50-yard breaststroke. Then he goes to the 50 freestyle. And then on Thursday, he does the 200 freestyle at 10:15, and then Friday 100 breaststroke. If he makes it to the finals, he will then compete in races that are held in the evening. And that link is available njcaa.org. And once you get in there, it's /network. And once you get in there, you can look for swimming and diving 2026, and you can find Lucas on there.
Well, we wish Lucas the best of luck. Go Tugas. And to excel in one swimming stroke is a feat. To excel in two different strokes is unbelievable. So we wish him the best of luck. It sounds like a lot of hard work has gone into him getting to the level that he is now at, which is competing at the National Junior College Athletic Association. Congratulations to Lucas and Coach Lori Bosco of the Tugas. So the history I'm sorry, you were going to mention.
I was just going to say, and many of our students will leave and they go on to also compete at baccalaureate institutions. If they just finish with us, they'll go on, and we're watching that as we see how this goes. And so this is not just an end for them when they finish the first couple of years competing with us. Many of them will go on and compete in other places.
Okay. Well, continuing in that theme of going on is continuing education. The continuing education department offering a wide range of non-credit classes and seminars designed to help lifelong students fulfill personal and professional goals. This, too, is a wonderful asset for our community at large, available through the College of the Florida Keys. This one sounds fantastic. A new continuing education course, Rock Through the Ages, the history of rock and roll. So let's talk about this 6 weeks class.
Absolutely. And, this caught me by surprise. And when Amber she said, you're going to talk about history of R&R. I said, what, rest and relaxation? She says, no, Dr. G, it's history of rock and roll. I said, okay.
Oh, you were on a different wavelength at the time. That's okay.
Very, very different. But this 6-week class highlights a journey through time as, they explore the evolution of rock and roll from the 50s to today. And they'll have the music. They'll talk about what sets rock and roll apart from other musical genres, discuss how rock mirrored and influenced society and where it is today. The first class starts this evening. It runs through April 15th, kind of an auspicious time to have that end. And if you want to learn more, sign up, visit our website and look for continuing education under the academics section. And, it should be a very, very fun class who doesn't want to listen to rock and roll and learn while they're doing that?
That is a great opportunity. What a topic it will be. Again, you can find out more about all of these topics, cfk.edu, including a reminder to please support and attend the 60th anniversary celebration in Key West coming up March 27th at East Martello. Toast to 6 decades of educational excellence. You can still purchase individual tickets or an entire table of 10, become a sponsor, and all proceeds support student scholarships, academic and workforce programs, and other critical initiatives to help the college to continue to change lives and fuel the workforce well into the future. And that has been proven time and time again. Well, Doctor,
I think said that better.
I had great cheat notes from Amber, so thank you. Well, very well. Well, I think we've covered this all pretty succinctly, but also completely, I hope. Is there anything else we should mention, though?
Well, we have, the one big event that will come up this that will sort of culminate the 60th is our graduation, which we will talk about later on. And from all indications, this year promises to be a year when we will graduate probably our most students. In fact, our biggest issue we're looking at is where do we house all of these people in a single graduation? And this may come as a shock to some of our employees because we haven't really talked about this yet, but we may have to split graduation this year into 2 if we're going to fit it into Tennessee Williams.
No kidding.
Yep.
Wow. Well, that does speak to the success of the College of the Florida Keys and its growth as well. And
Absolutely.
one other thing that was a topic that was mentioned the other night is housing and looking for ways to expand housing opportunities for students at the College of the Florida Keys as well.
And employees. Yes. We're doing both, because it's pointless having all the students and not being able to house and support the individuals who are going to support those students. So we are doing a double take at that to make sure we can support students, but also we need the employees to support them. So we need to make sure we can support our employees.
Yes. Okay. Well, a lot of initiatives continue at the College of the Florida Keys as we build upon 60 years of success and excellence in our community, with the 60th anniversary this year. Well, Doctor, I know you've got a lot of other items to get to on your agenda for this morning. I certainly appreciate your valuable time that you spend with us, and we will look forward to future conversations, and we will see you soon.
Thank you very much, and you have a fabulous day.
You do the same. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thanks.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Dr. Johnathan Gueverra with us, President and CEO, College of the Florida Keys. Find out more, cfk.edu online, including a virtual academic showcase coming up March 31st at 5:30, where you can learn more information about the curriculum, career opportunities, student experiences for various programs at the College of Florida Keys. Another great opportunity to become more informed. This is Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the talk of the Keys. And it's a great time for a bakery break. The Old Town Bakery in Old Town Key West. You remember when the bakery was the heart of the neighborhood wherever you grew up? Well, that time still exists in Old Town at Old Town Bakery, corner of Eaton and Grinnell. You can visit them online as well at oldtownbakerykeywest.com. But better yet, get the full experience at the historic location, corner of Eaton and Grinnell, and smell and taste the wonderful pastries, brownies, cookies, artisan breads, all baked fresh starting at 1 a.m. each and every day, as well as you'll notice quiche now. It's feta, spinach, mushroom quiche, as well as ham and cheese quiche, also freshly baked and delectable. Pick up a slice or two. You can order a whole pie. Just please give them a day's notice so they can make it fresh, especially for you as well. Complete platters of wonderful sandwiches made specifically for your event, whether it's your next office gathering, maybe take them out on the boat. You've got family coming in. It's high season. Got visitors coming in and out. Treat them to beautiful, delectable breakfast or lunch sandwiches made specifically for you and your gathering at the Old Town Bakery. They can handle any size gathering and make it super special. Also, take your dog down there, by the way. Your dog will get bacon every time they're greeted at Old Town Bakery, too. They will enjoy the experience at least as much as you will. It's Old Town Bakery, corner of Eaton and Grinnell, where they start baking fresh every morning, 1 a.m. It's wonderful. Online, oldtownbakerykeywest.com. Pick up a coffee, too, by the way. That gets your day started exactly on the right step. This is Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the talk of the Keys. It is 8:40. We'll be back in a moment.
There is more Good Morning Keys in just a couple of moments. This afternoon, it's a date, and here she is, Wanda Kiefer from All Seasons Vacations. You ready for this afternoon?
I'm definitely ready. We got some great things to roll out, so I'm excited.
She's got deals and more deals, and you'll want to hear this. Wanda's company is All Seasons Vacations. You trust Wanda in the Keys for her expertise. Keys, expertise. We're traveling with Wanda. It's going to Sandals, all inclusive. It's going to beaches for the kiddos and the grandkiddos. So this afternoon at 4:31, I'm counting on you to bring it on deal-wise. Because next week, you're going to be Turks Caicos, right?
I'm going to be at Turks and Caicos,
and yes. That's a beaches property.
That is a beaches property, okay. Yes. And we'll talk about that one, too.
Oh, we're going to sneak that in this afternoon?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so 4:31 this afternoon with Wanda Kiefer. Don't wait until then. Have a look at Wanda's website. That's allseasonsvacations.net. 20-plus years in the travel industry. relationships on all the properties that she is recommending to you. She doesn't send you someplace that she hasn't already been. And at 4:31 this afternoon, you'll hear the deals, and then you'll hear about Turks and Caicos, and you'll hear some more deals. And we'll talk about Southwest Airlines, too. I want to get into that just ever so little bit. So let's make it a date. allseasonsvacations.net to look at right now. Then at 4:31 this afternoon, you're going to be back with us, right?
I'm going to be right here, yes.
Okay, she'll have the deals. 4:31 this afternoon on Keys Talk. But in between now and then, allseasonsvacations.net. Allseasonsvacations.net for Wanda Kiefer, our travel expert here on Keys Talk.
It's time for a new point of sale system for your business. But you say, I can't afford a new system, so I'll just put up with another year of high processing fees and no service or support. Hi, I'm Mike Kraus, president of Sales Sense Payments and resident of the Florida Keys. And I'll give your business a free point of sale system. That's a value up to $10,000. All that we ask is that you process your credit cards through Sales Sense Payments. No gimmicks or contracts. After you and I meet for a consultation, which is also free, Sales Sense Payments will set up your business with the most cost-effective point of sale solution using more than our 25 years of experience and relationships with more than 20 vendors. Start the year off by saving money and processing fees with a free point of sale system from a local company that consistently delivers local support and transparency in the Florida Keys. That's Sales Sense Payments. Call me, Mike Kraus, at 305-723-1234 to get started. 305-723-1234 or visit us online at salessensepayments.com and check out our 5-star review on Google.
As the weather cools down, your pool doesn't have to. At MSP Supply, they help South Florida families enjoy their pools year-round with the best pool heaters in the Keys and Miami. Whether you need a new heat pump, a gas heater, or any pool equipment, or expert guidance on what fits your pool, MSP Supply has you covered with trusted brands and honest pricing. Stay warm, stay comfortable, and keep swimming longer. Visit MSPpool.com or stop by MSP Supply in Marathon or call 305-359-7665. MSP Supply, your home, your pool, your supply.
Hey folks, Stephen Bender here at Keys Auto Center. It's Chevy and GMC Truck Month. We have the largest inventory of new Silverado and Sierra trucks we've ever had. More selection, more trims, more options than ever before. And every in-stock new Chevy and GMC truck is backed by our local deal match guarantee. So come see the people you know, like, and trust on the Boulevard or at KeysAutoCenter.com. We've got the keys.
Good morning, Keys on Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5.
Good morning, Keys. Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the talk of the Keys, and no major incidents being reported up and down US 1. So that looks good. Of course, the typical slowdowns that you will find going through Tavernier, a little bit of Islamorada back up here now, and Stock Island and the Triangle of Key West having some slowdowns here as we head into the tail end of the commute hour. This is Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the talk of the Keys. A reminder that Good Morning Keys is now available on Keys Living TV, your local TV channel, whereby Good Morning Keys is rebroadcast on digital channel 27, as well as on the Keys Living TV Roku streaming and on phone apps available for free at your favorite phone app store. 11 o'clock and 5 o'clock daily, Good Morning Keys airs the television version of that. And I think next month, it looks like, Marcelo, we're going to be graced with you visually as well, participating. And today we have you on the phone, so we're honored to have some of your time this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely looking forward to being broadcasted on the TV next month. I don't know how well my image will be received, but definitely looking forward to that opportunity.
Well, I was just going to say, a lot of people are already accustomed to your image because you are everywhere in the Keys. I tell you, I see you and your, what do you call it? Your group, your support, you're everywhere in the Keys. And next weekend, the 14th and 15th, we'll see you in Mass once again as the major sponsor of the original Marathon Seafood Festival 50th anniversary edition at Marathon Community Park.
Yeah, I can't say how excited we are to have that opportunity to support this year as a title sponsor for such an amazing community event. We had the privilege of participating in it last year, and all I can say is wow. Right? It's one of those things that we as an organization, as you well know, are committed to not only being present in the community, but supporting and giving back to the community in whatever capacity that is. And what a better way than being given the opportunity to participate in the 50th annual Marathon Seafood Festival. So definitely looking forward to it. For any of your listeners that will be in attendance, please stop by. We're going to have some cool things there, from product demoing and some cool giveaways, some raffles. So a lot of exciting things that we're going to have at our booth. And again, look forward to just spending time with the community.
It's
members.
always lively there at your booth. And again, speaking with Marcelo Martinez, Regional Vice President, Hotwire Communications, featuring fission technology. So demonstrations, what could we expect to see at the Seafood Festival then?
Yeah, well, the first thing I would say is obviously giving the residents, giving the attendees the opportunity to interact with our platform.
Yes.
Understanding obviously that we're in not the best environment because we're in the open air, but they'll be able to see our software. They'll be able to see our TV platform. They'll be able to see our products. They'll be on display so they can see it, look at it, feel it. The team will have the opportunity to interact with them, obviously answer any questions that they may have from any aspect from a technological perspective. So yeah, and then obviously, get to meet new people, right? And that's what it's about. Hopefully we have amazing weather. Like we did last year, it was scorching, I remember. But it was definitely an amazing experience. Yeah, for sure. So stop by. It's gonna be good.
Well, and again, you talked about meeting the people too. Speed meets service is one of the watch words or phrases of Fission by Hotwire Communications, and that service is employed by the people behind Hotwire. They're locals. They are here based in Florida and in the United States and even locally here. And it is good to get to meet the people that make Fission run here locally and establish that relationship, knowing that there are real people and local people behind an exceptional product like Fission.
Yeah, Mike, one of the things that we say all the time is, our corporate values are grounded in the white glove customer exceptional experience, or our commitment to service excellence. And what I always tell our customers, our potential customers, is, look, I'm not going to sit here and sell you perfection, right? Because I think we all agree that perfection does not exist. But what we do sell you, and our commitment to our customers is always that when that issue does arise, that you will have the full support of our local teams immediately to support, troubleshoot, and ultimately resolve whatever issues you may be experiencing, either with the technology, with the service, whatever the capacity or whatever the issue may be. That is our commitment, right? And everything that we do as an organization is centered on that, right? And I think the results of our hyper growth in the Keys is a testament to that, but more importantly, it's a testament to the community accepting us as a local, and accepting us as a company that not only says what it means, but means what it says, and is committed to giving back to the community, right? So super blessed. Every time I'm on, I always say that I'm humbled at the opportunity to service the great residents of the beautiful Keys and continue our journey.
Yeah, Marcelo Martinez, he is Regional Vice President of Hotwire Communications on Good Morning Keys, and Fission being the product that is, employed by the people of Hotwire Communications. But since 2002, Hotwire Communications has led the gigabit revolution, pioneering fiber optic internet. And that's exactly what's been happening over the past few years here in the Florida Keys since Hotwire and Fission made the commitment to the Keys, employing that fiber optic network throughout the Keys. Your people have, like you, been everywhere, putting brand new infrastructure in to make sure that your customers are serviced with the utmost in speed and efficiency.
Yeah, for sure, Mike. Very valid point you make. The first thing I would say is a lot of people ask us, what is Fission?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And Fission is our product, right? It's a commitment to our brand. It's a commitment to our promise to our customers. And at the end of the day, it's our guarantee, right? It's a combination of the word fiber and vision, right? Hence the word Fission.
I didn't know that. I just learned that today. All right, that's
Right.
cool.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
I wanted to use this opportunity to kind of reiterate that because we consistently get asked, well, Fission, and then I was, the more I think about it, I was like, well, we really haven't I haven't done a really good job in evangelizing that, right? That Fission stands for that.
Okay.
But yes, definitely, we are a company of firsts, right? We are a company, the first company to provide fiber to the home, first company to provide gigabit services, right? So we continue to push the boundary, right? So when whether you're a commercial business, whether you're in hospitality, hotel, right? Because we talk about Fission Home and we talk about our services to the residents, but I want to make sure that people don't forget that we also service all the verticals, right? Whether it's hospitality, whether it's governmental, whether it's commercial, whether it's universities and schools, right? Any entity that can receive fiber and needs connectivity, we can service, right? So from that perspective, we are always pushing the boundary, right? So when you partner with Hotwire Communications, you have the commitment that you are not only future-proofing your infrastructure, but you will always be at the edge of cutting edge of advancements from a technology perspective.
And one other point too on the fiber optic technology that is unique to Fission and Hotwire, you actually own the network, you own the infrastructure, whereby you're not leasing someone else's lines, for lack of a better term, relying upon them to keep them reliable, to maintain them, etc. It is all being run and maintained, employed, constructed, and again, ongoing. It's all under the responsibility of Hotwire and Fission, since you own the network, and that creates a ton of reliability that might not be possible with others.
Yeah, we own and operate our own fiber optic network, Mike. So you understand that when you partner with Hotwire, we guarantee the experience, we guarantee the service. That's why we not only commit to an exceptional experience, but we back that up with a best-in-class industry cutting-edge service level agreement, right? Which basically provides an assurance to the customer of the levels of service that we are guaranteeing them. So yeah, we are something that's extremely proud of. We continuously receive industry accolades. Recently awarded the fastest internet service provider in all of the markets that we service by PC Magazine, something that we're very, very, very proud of. And again, it's just a testament to the commitment that we as an organization continue to commit to ensuring that we're providing the best-in-class technology from a best-in-class provider.
It's quite a story, absolutely. Marcelo Martinez, Regional Vice President of Hotwire Communications. That story is commitment to the keys from Hotwire Communications, whether it's a white glove service or the fiber optic network that has been employed throughout the keys, providing increased bandwidth, no data caps, unbelievable reliability as well. So to find out more whether you can also take advantage of this technology and service, how do people find out more?
Yeah, what I always like to say is just reach out to me directly. You can reach out to my email, www. I'm sorry, Marcelo. Yeah. Apologies, I'm on my first cup of coffee.
No, that's okay. We're all accustomed. I was gonna say the history being since 2002, we all had put www in front of everything. Yeah.
Apologies for that. No. Yeah, so you can reach out to my email, marcelo.martinez, marcelo.martinez, martinez at Hotwire, HOTWIRE, mail, mail.com.
Yeah. Well, I would say even better, come and experience that firm handshake that Marcelo employs in person at the booth there. Always greets you with a big smile and a hearty handshake wherever you see him. So get that firsthand, so to speak, at the original Marathon Seafood Festival, the 14th and 15th in Marathon Community Park. Look for Hotwire Communications and Fission Technology, the primary sponsor of the 50th anniversary of the original Marathon Seafood Festival. Thank you so much for your contribution to that and your ongoing contributions to our community here that is the Florida Keys.
No, Mike, thank you to you, to close it out, as I always do, extremely humbled. Again, at the opportunity to continue to do business in the Keys, to have been received and welcomed as an organization in the Keys. And yeah, for those that are planning on stopping by the Seafood Festival, please just look for the Hotwire Communication feather flags and come by our booth, and we'll love to chat and meet you and enjoy the day.
Absolutely. Marcelo, thank you so much for being here this morning. Thanks for all that you do for our community. We will see you soon.
See you soon, Mike.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
so much for your time.
Thank you.
Have a good morning.
Bye now. You
Bye-bye.
too. Marcelo Martinez, Regional Vice President, Hotwire Communications, Fission Fiber Optic Technology. And again, to learn more, you can go right to the website, hotwirecommunications.com. This is Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the talk of the Keys. We will get updates here shortly from Glenn Beck and others all day long on the latest conflict in the Middle East, ever-changing situation there. It's more important than ever to remain engaged and informed as we continue with that conflict. Also, wanted to pay tribute to a Florida Army Reserve captain killed in the Iran war, one of 6 of our troops so far that unfortunately has perished. Winter Haven man among the 6 soldiers killed since the beginning of the war. Let's see, we wanted to make sure that we make note that he was from Winter Haven, Captain Cody Cork of Winter Haven, one of the 4 American soldiers killed in Kuwait, killed March 1st in Kuwait in a unmanned aircraft system attack on our base there. So condolences and our gratitude to Captain Cody Cork of Winter Haven, among those killed so far in the war. But we will get updates as soon as they are available with breaking news as it happens here on Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the talk of the Keys. Local, state, national news updated at least every half hour. Weather around the clock as well. And a reminder, once again, that Good Morning Keys is rebroadcast on Keys Living TV, your local TV channel 27, over the air, as well as on the Keys Living TV app on Roku streaming and available at your favorite app store if you're a mobile device. We rebroadcast Good Morning Keys on TV at 11 o'clock and 5 o'clock daily now as well. This is Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the talk of the Keys, getting set for Glenn Beck coming your way in just a few moments, followed by Clay and Buck at noon, Sean Hannity at 3, Florida's Voice with Drew Steele, keeping you informed with everything that's happening statewide and in Tallahassee. That's at 5 o'clock. 6 o'clock, it is Mark Levin, the great one. 9 o'clock, Jesse Kelly, coast to coast, AM overnight, and breaking news at once. Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the talk of the Keys. Thanks for listening.